Back in December, I went home for a little ski holiday. Currently, I live in Ireland, which means that, unfortunately, I don't get to see much of snow here. And as soon as I heard that it started snowing back home this winter, I decided to grab my work laptop, pack my suitcase, and just go. When it comes to skiing, you obviously have to be lucky with the weather, and the last few years it did happen to me that when I was back home I couldn't go skiing for one reason or another. Either there was no snow at all, or there was a snowstorm, so I didn't get to ski as much as I wanted to. So that's why this time I headed home with the very first snowfall. I was genuinely so excited to be up in the mountains, surrounded by white landscapes, and I was really looking forward to breathing in the fresh mountain air, eating traditional food, and to skiing down the slopes while enjoying the view. This made me think of the time when I was living back home, when I wasn't able to fully appreciate the mountains. I somehow always felt a bit closed in by them, and I didn't like that you can't really see far beyond them and that you can't really look far to the horizon. So I always longed for the beach and the sea with an open horizon where the eye can just wander and go far. Somehow it made me feel freer. I couldn't wait for the holidays to get a change of scenery, and I wasn't really going on hikes or making the most of the place where I grew up in. But then, of course, and I think this always happens probably, I moved out when I was 18 to go studying, and I've lived in different kind of places ever since. And of course, as soon as I moved out of my hometown, that's when I actually started appreciating it. I guess this is a common feeling, isn't it? When you leave something behind, that's when you actually start missing it and appreciating it. And I think that sometimes this is needed. We need to go through the process of leaving things behind to make this step and grow. While I was home, I couldn't take too many days off, and I had to work remotely for a few days as well. Which, to be honest, I actually don't mind too much, and I know I am super lucky to have the chance to do this, because even though I have to work, as soon as I close my laptop, I'm somewhere else. Not at my place or in my office, and immediately it feels like holiday. As in December the days are quite short, I try to go out for a walk in the mornings to make the most of the daylight and to work later on when it gets dark outside. This winter it snowed a lot in this area and the days were often foggy. I don't really like cloudy days, but I actually love the fog around the mountains and the mountain towns, as I feel like it gives it kind of a cinematic and dreamy vibe.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell me anything. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances. No thanks.
As soon as the sun came out though, I immediately grabbed the car and my dad again and we went back to skiing. This time in a different location, a bit more remote, but because of this, even more beautiful. As it was in the middle of the week, that day there were fewer people and we had the slopes almost all by ourselves, which was amazing. I think the worst thing is to go skiing in an overcrowded place, to be honest.
Future-minded, it's not much for peace of mind, my friend. If I quit buying, tell me what would happen then.
There's something very freeing about going down a slope, feeling fast but still in control, just focusing on the turns and the sound of the snow under your skis while breathing in the fresh mountain air.
Take my chances. No thanks, not now. We made it this far somehow. I'll just take my chances.
We only stopped to eat some delicious food, sitting outside in the sunlight and in the peace of the mountaintop.
I've been walking through the haze. Every street is telling me your name. Still the night won't let me go, chasing after.
By the end of it, I was completely exhausted, but in a good way. I only made it to go skiing twice during my stay at home in December, but I definitely want to try to come back later in the season to spend a few more days in the White Mountains before spring arrives and everything turns green again.
Every door is open wide, all the pieces falling into place. I can feel a turning tide, everything reminds me of your face. Well, I run from what is true, every step leads back to you. In the dark, the light appears, pulling me through all that you